there. It's September 20th, 2024. It's been 2 months since I've done this with you all. And that's 2 months too long. Got a lot of things that I want to kind of talk about and cover, so make sure that you check out this entire thing. And at the end, I have an announcement that I want to make if you haven't already been watching other streams. This might be new news to you. So make sure to watch to the very end, and thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. So here we are today. It is it's been 2 months of absolute just life-changing event after life-changing event after life-changing event on my end of the thing. My name's Christian. I am the founder of Seven Talents. We are a video production firm that basically consults with people, helps them get their live streams in order, helps get their studios in order, figure out what hardware they need. We generally have been an adjunct to anyone trying to do live content production, and we do this in a lot of different ways. We do it with software as a service solutions. We do it actually in person. We've traveled to events. We've flown out to Vegas and done major trade shows, CPAC and Freedom Fest, just to name a few. But as professional video producers, I personally, and all the people I work with, so I legitimately can say we, not just a royal we, but we as a company see an opportunity to provide those services to people that are trying to make content from home, that are trying to make content from their businesses, trying to make content on a much smaller scale initially. And nobody wants to stay small, so we're here to help you get to the place that you want to be in streaming. We want to help you reach your destination in your streaming journey. And for some people, that's just finding a community of people that are like-minded around a certain topic. For others, they want to find out how to monetize and support their families. I mean, everybody has a different goal for this. Some do it for fun. Sometimes it's just people wanting advice on how do I cover an event, how do I cover my son's football league, and all of those are proper and correct answers. They're all destinations that are personal to you. We live in an amazing age in the democratization of video production when anybody, including my son behind me, can live stream. I don't think he's live streaming. I think he's playing a video game. But he's been sick and he needs to enjoy himself a little bit right now. So for those of you who would like to learn more about how to improve your own live productions, I want you to subscribe. I want you to take the time right now. Let us know where you're watching from in comments. Comment on the video. Let us know if this was a helpful show for you. And we'll reach out to you. We'll do what we can to continue to build our community because we're truly interested in seeing you succeed. So on with the news. So EV Mux had their 103rd town hall just recently. I think it was yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. And that was a massive upgrade. They actually released quite a few new features. From the top of my head, I don't have any notes today, but off the top of my head, the biggest one was the dynamic grid. And the dynamic grid allows, it's kind of them catching up to StreamYard in how StreamYard interpreted what they're doing with pro scenes. If you're not familiar with StreamYard or you're not familiar with EV Mux, they are software as a service tools that allow you to do video production. And most of the people we deal with are all in the StreamYard camp. That seems to be the on-ramp for content creators. But we're seeing new competitors come along, and we're seeing new opportunities come along in the software as a service solutions for all of our customers, I guess I would hope I could say. I don't know if it might be in too forward. But if you are wanting to make your live stream go further, make it do more, make it reach more, make it maybe be a little more on brand, or maybe you need brand development. I mean, we're here for all of it. We're here to make you look as good as we possibly can, and we want to help you reach those goals of, well, what do you want to do? Do you have you set numbers? Do you want to see X amount of increase in your marketing revenue because you decided to go into live streaming? Which I believe, and I think a lot of people can confirm this. Video is the way that you're going to build community around your product, whether that product is you or a book or a company or a political campaign. The way that you're going to build community is through direct connection like this. So if you haven't jumped on the bandwagon just yet, let us know if you're interested in doing that and if you'd like some guidance, because actually I feel like where we are is we're kind of like outfitters. I want to make sure that you guys jump on the right bandwagon, or you pick the right toolkit, or you get the right tools necessary to reach your goals. Drop us an email. I'm gonna pop a banner up here. Drop us a line at 7Talents, info@7Talents, and let us know what you're hoping to do with your live stream. If you're interested in doing this, or is this something that you're just shopping around as a possibility, give us some insight, and I promise you, we will email you back. I will personally email you back, and we will work on a plan. The initial consultation is free. Let's just figure out what it is that you need to do, and if it's worthy, maybe we can even sit down and talk about your plans on one of our streams, and use that as a case for others to learn from, a bit of a case study. So there's a lot of options here, and right now, taking advantage of the fact that we are still kind of burgeoning and small, and it's me and a couple of other guys, and we're still figuring out how to make all of the plates spin on all the right sticks. Now's a good time to get in. Now's a good time to get actual advice, because we've got more bandwidth now than we'll ever have. I expect that my calendar will only get fuller as we move forward down this timeline. So yeah, please reach out, drop an email. So and while you're here as well, give us a follow also on Rumble. Those are the places that we care most about are Rumble right now and X as far as growth goes. Really, our only real interest is growing in free speech platforms. If we happen to gain some notoriety on YouTube, that's fine too. Hopefully what this becomes is kind of a jumping off point, or a piece of evangelism for free speech platforms and what it is that you can do with streaming. So let's take a look a little bit real quick. Let's jump into, by the way, there's the X tag. Let's jump into what happened yesterday. I want to show you kind of a comparison on what the dynamic grid is, why it was launched. Let me pull that screen up here. So, did not prepare the screen ahead of time. That's on me. But so this is going to be a little bit more off the cuff. But let's take a look at StreamYard. I'm logging in here right now, so I will share my screen. Drop that banner. This is, by the way, my own personal struggle in trying to run the show and plan the show as a single individual is exactly why I want to build this company. Is I don't want you to be stuck doing this stuff alone and find yourself in that awkward position of, oh, hold on a second, let me figure out how to do the stuff. Having an extra set of hands, someone that's in the car with you, someone who's helping you pilot your show, that can pull out the map, that can pull up the URL while you're mentioning and continuing to engage with your audience. That would be wonderful to have. I was actually expecting to have someone else in here with me in the show. They didn't make it in today. So I am in here alone, so it's going to be a little slower than normal. But let's go ahead and take a look at StreamYard here. Right way to do that would be this, I believe. Enter. So this is StreamYard, as I'm sure you're already familiar with if you have a login with StreamYard. Um, it's a it's a great piece of software, honestly. I don't really want to dunk on it too much, but I do want to point out kind of what they're doing in comparison to what EVMux is doing and who's leading. Actually, the fact that StreamYard started duplicating, and I need to work out the timeline on when that happened, because I was trying to track everybody's news, just covering the news on all the software releases, and now we're going to be releasing our own software later. It's a little bit of a spoiler alert, but let's go ahead and take a look at this. Let's enter the studio. So this here, and I have screenshots that go back far enough to show this. This here stopped, I believe, like, what is the default set? Oh my gosh, there's like multiple layers. This used to only be 3 or 4 items. I think it actually stopped here. Like the one person full not screen, all of these screens, 3 guest screen share. Like, can I revert this back to the original 8 custom layouts? I want to remove all custom layouts, and I want the defaults again, because the defaults used to be really, I think it was just one person. Website pulled up was not one of them. The news layout. Yeah, there's what we do. Shift 1, Shift 5, Shift 7, anything with a Shift 2. So this was number 2 originally. So if I were to edit this back, and I don't want to do that because I believe this is the layout that is being used by my friend in her account. It's not even my account, so I don't want to mess up her layout. But the default did not have this. I think I can go to a different studio and show you that. Let's bring this to the front here real quick. Let me duplicate. There we go. We'll do one of my unmessed with. Looks like they have dark mode now. They finally have dark mode. Guess what? They caught up with EVMux on that. Let's try dark mode. Aw, you guys are finally catching up to the rest of us. Rectangle, square, and circle. New camera shapes. Nice. Those are good things. Do not get me wrong, but let's go ahead and enter the studio. Let's go ahead and enter our studio here. Dark mode. I wonder when that happened. So here's your default, right? That's Shift 2, Shift 3, Shift 4. No customs whatsoever. This is all of them. This is 1 through 8. Okay, so if I hit Shift 4, it would go to that, Shift 3, that. I could switch around with keyboard shortcuts. Now, same thing existed in EVMux, but the way that EVMux did that, and we'll go ahead and do that and log in and show you, which I have to spell it correctly. Let's just go to it direct. Which I believe I can on this tab. I wonder if I can. Wonder how I'm gonna bop out on this and not kill this. I want to show you in another studio. I'm trying to decide how I do that. Not sure I can. The dynamic screen. I'm gonna have to do. I think what I'm gonna have to do is set up a different review. And actually compare StreamYard and EVMux. And basically, this show, properly prepped, um, this exact show. Oh my God, that's terrible. Let's transition over. So yeah, I'm gonna need to prepare and actually bring both of them up. Make sure I can get both of them in studio, and maybe I'll do that at the end of this stream, and then we'll set that up as a follow-up stream. But Dynamic Grid came out. They added the ability for oh, I'm trying to remember all of the updates. I don't even remember all the updates. It was all about Dynamic Grid though. Oh, Super Chat support on Rumble is now in EVMux, which is huge, I believe. Um, and then there was a third one that was a big one, but it's been 2 months, and we're gonna have to go through, I believe, this week and we'll do a full EVMux StreamYard comparison and talk about when they released which and who's following who. And I would like to make the case, I want to make the argument that right now EVMux is in the lead. That StreamYard is just copying them and trying to keep up. And now it's a bit of a cold war in that software world. But the one thing that they do not have right now, which StreamYard does not have, is an API for third-party development. And so with that, I'd like to announce that Seven Talents is going to be focusing on developing plugins for EVMux. We are spinning up a software division. That's why a lot of the time that has passed in the past 2 months has been so silent. There's just been a lot of behind-the-scenes development in progress. We were in the process of trying to develop hardware solutions. Oh, and there's Jen on the line. I'm going to have to take that call. Actually, I'll close that. Find out what's going on there, and maybe I'll have to call her back. Maybe she wants to be in on this update. I'm not sure. Live right now. So, and I lost my train of thought on that. I'm not tracking today perfectly. I've been live for about 5 hours today already. It's been a kind of a difficult day, but I didn't want to not be here at 7 o'clock. I wanted to get back up on that pony and make sure that we're doing this every Friday at 7, but now with a completely different purpose. We're now doing this show to tell you what it is we're in the middle of developing, and then how we perceive all of the different players in that field. We're working with Rumble. We're working with EVMux. We hope to work with X. And it'd be great to work with StreamYard. I'm not going to hold my breath, but I would love to work with StreamYard. Love to work with YouTube, but I don't think they would work with me as easily as Rumble would as well. So really what we're most interested in is like what the cutting edge of this industry is going to be, and realize that we play a potential role in shaping that world. Whereas we just would get the tools that we got handed to us before the YouTube era and in the Twitch era. I mean, we didn't have any say. And the funny part is this: we've been using them from the beginning. We were not part of that in crowd that was actually making it. Well, guess what? This is the new in crowd. This is what we're doing right here will be as close to the center of what's going to replace YouTube and Facebook, and obviously Twitter didn't have to be replaced. It just had to have a name change. Right? But we're seeing a second generation of free speech platforms crop up on the internet. And we want to be there at the beginning. And I think we are. I think I'm finally on the crest of the wave that we're supposed to be surfing, to use an analogy. And honestly, I am excited to be at this point. I wouldn't want to do anything else. I just got to figure out how to make it profitable and how to turn this into a business that we can continue to do bigger and better things for everybody that we interact with. So I'm really glad that you're watching today. The 4 of you that are watching across different platforms, 5 of you now. Glad to have you with me. We are going to be setting trends and making changes in the industry that matters the most to us, which is live streaming. and we're going to help shape what that conversation looks like. I think that this interaction in live streaming is the most personal way that we have ever developed and devised as human beings to communicate one to many. Better than any print, better than any television show, and it's right here at your fingertips. And we want to help you get there. We want to know what your vision for what it would be if you could have the ideal show, the ideal podcast, the ideal live stream, whatever that is, vlog, you name it. Tell us what your dreams are. Tell us what it is that you want to accomplish, and we will help you get there. Again, I'm going to drop my information one more time. Please follow us on X. I think that that's probably the best way to 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 get a hold of us, because I'll have multiple people manning that. I am currently the only person manning email, so it might get lost, but it probably won't. It goes to all my devices. You can email me directly currently at info@7talents. Soon that will be a role that I'll have to delegate at some point, but for now, that email is wonderful. Let me know, and I look forward to working with all of you, any of you. Here also is our Rumble channel. Make sure to follow us there. We're about to change the game, guys. We're about to launch. We're about to launch this. I'm just going to share it with you. It's early. It's very early, but this is the announcement. Right here. I'd like you all to recognize, just to introduce you all to Mux Pilot. Make sure to go to muxpilot.com. Check it out. Right now, it's literally being developed as we speak. Expect it to change 2 or 3 times in the next couple of days. We'll get the form, the sign up, and everything working. All these images will change, but I didn't want to leave a bare website out there before making the announcement. But muxpilot.com will be one of the first pieces of software that 7 Talents will release. And I'm excited about it. I'm very excited about what it's going to provide. And it's going to be on me to describe that on that. And it's not going to happen today. I'm apologizing that I'm not more prepared, but we are 24 minutes in. Normally we try to cover the news in 30 minutes. I'm going to actually cut this one short. I'm going to drop out. I got a sick son I need to take care of. So I love you all. Make sure to check back with us again at 7 o'clock Central Standard Time, right here on 7 Talents at Rumble, and or wherever you are watching. Thank you for joining us. Take care of yourself.